the most important thing you have to do is make sure that you've got a motherboard that will actually work with the Mac OS. And this is a Gigabyte P55AUD4P. It's just a standard ATX sized motherboard. The next thing you're going to need to make sure that you can do it is a good old Intel processor. It's going to be a Core i7-860. So that's going to be my processor. The next thing you're going to want to do is get a good video card. It's an NVIDIA card manufactured by a pretty well-known company. A little more money than I wanted to. We'll talk about money in just a minute, though. Then the rest of the stuff just kind of, goes out. Your standard 100 or 1 terabyte drive, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Can't really do a rocking system without a good amount of RAM. We got the power supply. Power supply, kind of generic power supply. No. My original budget was to do it all for $500, but unfortunately it kind of got crazy and things were a little more expensive. And then I get there and I realize, oh yeah, I'm kind of gonna need a brand new fresh copy of Snow Leopard in order to set this Snow Leopard system up, because the new Final Cut Pro won't run on anything but Snow Leopard. And then before we left, we realized, oh crap, I'm gonna use some of the stuff from my G5, but it wouldn't be smart to tear down my G5 that is a working computer still, albeit kind of dicey about how long it's gonna last. So I decided that I would go ahead and try to build it first and then go to, so I needed another $15 investment for a DVD drive, because you can't install this without the DVD drive. So, how much did it all cost? The original budget was going to be hopefully less than $500, which at that point I was going to use the graphics card in the G5 that I already had, plus the hard drives and some of the other stuff. But because of the problems with the graphic card, I decided just to buy a new graphic one. And because I bought it at Fry's right now, everything was just kind of like a little more expensive. Like, originally budgeted $60 for this. This one ended up being $80. The motherboard was just $10 more. RAM actually was cheaper. This hard drive, I was going to reuse my hard drives, but then I started reading and researching and realizing that, oh, it's really smart when you're doing Hackintoshes just to have a drive you can immediately wipe and not have any data on it. And then I could have bought one for $69, but for $20 more, I can get a twice as big hard drive. So you kind of see how all this stuff just added up and added up and added up. Stan is going to let me borrow a case, because what we're going to do is put it in a standard ATX case, and once we get it all working and we know it works, then I'm going to convert over my G5 to hold all these Windows components. So, we should probably get started.